Hello everyone, and welcome to the next video in the series. This week I'm still working on putting together the video of me and another player analyzing a game. So I thought that instead for this week what I would do is I would play a blitz game. I'm going to play a 5-minute game, and then I'll be able to do a little analysis. During the game you'll be able to get my thoughts, and then I'll do a little post-game analysis as well, so we can see a little bit where my during game and post game analysis differs, and we can check with an engine and see if some of the thoughts we had during the game are in fact valid. So as always, if you would like to play a long time control game with me, please look in the comments for the link where you can sign up on the calendar to play a game against me. And also I'd really encourage you to check out last week's video. I thought it was a fun video, and there's a fun endgame in there in the description to last week's video, so you can go back and look at that. Grab the endgame fin and try your own hand out and see how you can do. So with that, let's dive in, and we'll play a 5-minute blitz game against a random opponent here. Okay, so we're white in this game. Just going to play e4, try to get kind of into a normal game here and see what happens. Just going to develop my pieces, protect everything. I'm going to stop this pin. Now I'm probably going to try to play queen d2, bishop h6. And I'll try to trade off black's dark square bishop for mine, which will hopefully, the goal would be to kind of leave black's king a little bit weaker, since they've opened up these dark squares, and if I get rid of their dark squared bishop, then maybe they're a little more sensitive. And that might be something we can take advantage of. Okay, so here I'm gonna let black take my bishop if they want it, just to get this really nice knight in on d5. If they don't want to take it, just kind of castle. Yeah. Just trying to kind of play normally, get my pieces developed. I'd like to put my knight here. Ideally, I'd like to trade the bishop for this piece. I don't really want to do it myself. And play like bishop takes, queen takes, knight. Maybe I'll play rook here, and now I'll threaten to pick up this pawn. Okay, take. And now, like, if rook here, I think I should have a tactic here, right? Like knight takes, take, queen takes, rook. Yeah, so let's just make sure that that works. Knight takes, so let's try to do this right in our head. Knight takes e5. If d takes e5, queen takes d8. Queen takes d8, rook takes d8. That's just fine. But the problem becomes knight takes e5, and then like bishop e6. Oh no, that doesn't work. It looked like maybe I could have a tactic there, but that doesn't work anymore. So instead, I will. What will I do instead? He's going to play bishop e6 basically no matter what I do. So I don't see any way to stop that. I want to be able to get my knight back in here, I guess. So he needs to get there. I guess I'll play I'll just play rook e3. Think about swinging the rook over, or at least it frees up the way for this knight to be able to maybe do something. I mean, I could also put the rook over here if I want to. So, okay, I'm going to try to bring my knight over this way. I'll put it on. D3 is not an awful square for it right now. And then if black ever moves here, I can get from D3 this way. It also looks at this again, so if they push this pawn, I can take this pawn. I'm not sure that was helpful for black. Gives me a pawn, and it lets me do what I want to do with my knight, which is get it into d4. Although now the knight's on a great square, I don't think I will put the knight on, because now the rook's got to move, and now I play queen d6. So, yeah, I feel really great about this position. As white now, I'm already up a pawn. That's not a bad move. I'm gonna take. But I think I can get away with. Yeah, I think I can still get away with. So if I go knight takes c6, bishop takes d1, then I can play queen takes d6. I can still take that pawn, and if black recaptures the knight, either way, I can take the bishop. Oh, but if he takes it with the rook, if he plays rook takes c6, queen takes d1, then queen takes b2. Excuse me. That pawn's still hanging. I can play it this way. I can go look at this square. And now the rook is still hanging, and then I'll be able to play. Black doesn't have time to play bishop c4, so now the rook's got to move, and then I can play rook a6, and I'll double up on d6 again. And then I'll do it with my queen actually at the back of the battery. And I'll feel just a little bit better about that actually. Because you won't be able to attack. I won't get into any bad skewers or anything. So now I'll play queen moves, rook d6. I'll be up 2 pawns. I'll feel pretty good. I can probably put my rook then here. And maybe I can attack. This pawn will be a little weak now. And I can try to attack that and look at the king. Yeah, maybe I'll put my rook here, and I'll put this rook here. Try to trade off the bishop and really attack those pawns. Black is also getting low on time now. Yeah, so not very worried about this, right? I'm gonna do this, and then I can always play knight here. Yeah, my king's got space to go to, right? So. Yeah, and I don't see. And now with this move, I'm blocking off. Yep. So rook takes, and then rook takes check. Interesting. Okay, so just advance the pawn. I'll let it go. Just push the pawn. Oh shoot, I missed that. I'll get a response here. Yeah, and that just drops the queen. And this is just disastrous, right? Okay, so let's look at the game real quick. Yeah, I don't play against this g6 too often. I know that it's an opening move, but just kind of developed naturally. Stop this pin. So let's go ahead and look in Lichess's opening book. So it is one of the more popular moves here, h3. Of course, you can castle right away, and if bishop g4, h3, you're getting the bishop pair, I guess, since after h3, after you've played g6 already, after h3, the bishop either has to retreat, it can't go back to, if it goes back to h5, well, black probably gets a pretty strong attack here, right? Bishop e2, so you've got to start with, I guess, bishop e2. Just ignore it, just leave it there until you have time to play. Kick the knight. Just leave it there. Just say it's a little out of play, I guess a little misplaced. But after, now preventing that, h3, c5, I just developed another piece, right? Bishop e3, c takes c4, knight takes c4, d4. You could probably take with the bishop there too, but knight c6, and then you're just going to retreat it anyway, right? Knight takes e5, knight f3, which actually the only other game played previously on Lichess was losing, but this actually, I guess, should have been a more natural idea for me. Knight out here to kind of look at this pawn, especially since one of the lines I like to play in the Sicilian, the Sveshnikov and the Kalishnikov, you end up with a backwards pawn at d6, and so you've got to, this is the move for white, and you've got to know how to play against that. Now with your bishop over here, it's definitely even weaker. But knight f3 is, I mean, there's only one game in the database here, so there's not a lot of point looking in the database. And here, let's see, queen d2, a6. I've got my plan at bishop h6, and black lets me play it. Trade off. And I'm trying to get a knight now into d5. Castles. Check that pawn. Yeah, now black's backward pawn, you can tell, is really starting to be a weakness. It's hard for him to defend this pawn. He can't put a bishop on c5, for example, since he's got a light squared bishop. And I'm already well piled up on it with my queen and my rook. And then after, I like rook e3 as a move a lot here, because it gives your rook some options. Like later I put it on f3, you could always put it on c3 if you need to. And after bishop e3 or bishop e6, queen d2, you could also always put it on d3. Let's see what the computer likes here, out of curiosity. Yeah. okay, so let's look at this, actually. Let's make this the position we look at, because knight takes e5, obviously d takes e5, queen takes, rook takes is just a disaster for black. But the move during the game that I was thinking about was you play bishop e6 now, and then what? Right? How are you combating this threat? Both your queen and your knight are hanging. So I had looked at it like this earlier, but you know, even just f6 here, and black is fine. So that doesn't seem like it's great. But the computer was looking at knight takes e5 and saying it was basically even or a draw. So there's got to be some other move. I mean, actually, okay, so just so queen d4, actually, we also missed that. The queens are on each other now, so black can just play takes, and they're obviously much better. So it can't be queen d4. We can't stay on this diagonal. The bishop just takes us. I guess what if we play queen c6? Does that maybe force black to take? So if d e5, queen e5, queen, rook, this might not be enough for black. Just a rook and a, but both those pawns are hanging, so maybe that's what the computer is saying, is that this is not great for black. This is an endgame that you're going to play out, but white should probably win this. So that means they're kind of forced to take. Oh, and that's a problem for black too. So they can't take. They can't take. And so they just have to play, maybe they just play like this. And now my pawn's hanging. And after takes, something like this maybe. So let's see. It's an interesting position, actually. Let's see what the computer wants us to do in all these lines. So first of all, let's see what it thinks of rook e3. It likes it a little for black, perhaps. As we give it some time, it's coming down a little bit, but just bishop e6. Yeah, why not? Why not? Bishop e6. They like this more for white. Queen d2. But also we're pretty even. So rook e3 doesn't give anything away for white. Knight takes e5. And okay, so obviously, let's see. D takes. Oops. Oh, excuse me. Knight takes e5. D takes e5, obviously, as we said, is great for white, although this move, which I didn't even look at, is even better for white because if f6, then we get this check in, and then we don't even have to give up our queen, we just go up a whole rook. And if queen blocks, again we just get a whole rook. I might give up my queen here, honestly. It seems more a preference thing from the computer. but we get to one of those good positions. So if instead knight takes e5, bishop e6, which is what the computer's asking for. Queen c4. Good. So, or queen c6. So we found the right idea. Whoops. Queen c6. We found the right idea, and look, I even found the analysis that the computer wants us to show. And then we can take this pawn. And now we're getting into. I mean, it seems like why isn't black better? Or why can't they just play take? Again, because this pawn is so weak. What if they just start moving this pawn? I guess I just start marching this up the board, and then our rook is behind it. So, but I did end up finding the queen c6 idea, which is what lets white take that pawn here. So that's good. So well analyzed post game, but obviously. In a 5-minute game, it's hard to see something like that too, for me at least. Maybe in a longer time control game, maybe I would see that. But so I think the lesson from this analysis then would be, if you see a move that you look like you think you can play, just because your immediate tactical idea, which was d takes e5, doesn't work, you find a response to that, doesn't mean that you necessarily have to stop looking at the idea. At the move, see if you can find some other ideas, such as some counterattack here, which gives you good play to make the move work. So just because a move fails to a first tactic doesn't mean that you can't keep looking for secondary moves to make that move work. So I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Please again look back at last week's to look for that exciting endgame that you can try, and there's also a fun tactic you can see if you can spot. And look forward to next week's video, where again I will be playing a long time control game and analyzing it afterwards. Thanks so much.